Welcome to my channel, Botswana Thinking Law, where I bring you and the law closer. Today in this video, we are going to be taking things a bit easier. I thought we needed a break from all the heavy subjects that we've been dealing with. So today, we're going to be looking at legal memes. Meme review, trademark of PewDiePie, all rights reserved. Before we get started on this video, today there's no need for a disclaimer. Let's get started. Me winning $5,000 in a court case. My lawyer preparing to hit me with an $8,000 bill. We're not that bad, guys. Yeah, look, we always try to advise clients where, especially if the matter involves money that is not a lot, we always try and see if the client can settle the matter, because at the end of the day, the last thing you need is for your legal fees to be almost as much as what they're claiming, or even more. Judge, counsel, this motion was filed in bad faith. Me, Your Honor, Judge, I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. And this happens so many times at court, where, a judge will make a statement and you try to clarify, and the judge will be giving you the look. It's this exact same look that you get. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. My client argues with me using articles he found on Google discussing law from a different stage. The case where the client did their own research, me. And yeah, you see, and we get so many instances where a client will come to you and say, I need help with this particular situation. And you explain the position of the law to them, and they'll say something like, oh no, somebody explained it to me differently. I believe I'm entitled to this and that. If you're thinking, if you are going to take advice from that somebody, maybe it's best that you go and be that person's client. But as far as the law that I practice is concerned, this is the situation. Me on court call. Judge thanks me for such a well-written motion. Judge compliments my oral advocacy. Judge starts explaining why he's denying my motion. This is too true. Especially when you read judgments, you'll be there thinking, oh yeah, no, this judge is coming on right, It's fantastic. And they're like, yes, Masalelo was quite, Masalelo was quite passionate with her argument, and she advanced good legal reasoning. And then you're like, oh, okay, seems to be going well. And then you receive, however, towards the end of the judgment, as soon as you see, however, it's gone downhill. Yeah. Me starting my appearance for the first time. Oh yes. That first appearance before a judge is quite nerve-wracking. And you're like, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Until your matter is called and you're like, I'm so not ready for this. But you know what? You then put on your robe and you swim in the deep end.
So then, why?
Client, I really want to resolve this amicably. Litigators. No, guys, we don't fight fights. I mean, we don't pour fuel on the litigation firefights. What we usually do is we try to encourage our clients to settle matters amicably, because some matters are really not worth fighting over, especially when you run the risk of escalating costs for client and things like that. But unfortunately, when you tell a client to settle a matter, they're like, oh, so you think I'm going to lose? And you're like, no, it's not that I think you're going to lose. I'm just saying the best course of action is to settle this matter. Anyway, a lawyer's mood, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Friday. Oh, by Friday, I think everybody feels this. By Friday, we are all exhausted from a full day of work. And you know, a lawyer's time is never Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. It's always Sunday to Sunday from 8 till whenever. So by Friday, you are finished. Yeah. What my friends think I do, what my mom thinks I do, what society thinks I do, what the judge thinks I do. Yes, judges really think that we love to complain. What my clients think I do, come on guys, we're not bloodsuckers, we're not that bad. What I really do, no, this is not what we really do as lawyers. What we really do is spend 90% of the time at the office surrounded by files upon files upon files and papers upon papers upon papers. Yes, this one is the one that truly reflects what I actually do. This is how I feel every time I get into my office. I feel like my files are about to eat me. Oh, yes. Oh. Yeah. Managing partner, let me know if you ever need help. Me, actually, could you quickly check the document? Managing partner disappears into the ether. I laugh, but it's not true. It's not true. It's not all people that are like this. You actually do get a lot of partners that are able to assist you with a matter. Oh yeah. When the judge tells an awful joke, but you know your client's guilty. Oh yeah, no, I don't do criminal law, so my situation would be if I know I have a terrible case and the judge tells an awful joke. Not that I'm saying every time I laugh in court. That's not the reason. Yeah. Nobody Harvard law grads. I went to Harvard. I laugh because there was a time people used to be making fun of people that graduated law at a certain university. I won't say by name, and I was just thinking to myself, you know, University of Botswana is just there. It's the longest university that's been offering law courses in Botswana. So you shouldn't knock others just because they're from a different university. Come on, guys. You know? Yeah. Judge, should I send you both to mediation to resolve this case? It doesn't look like big bucks are being requested here. Why is this case still before me? Lawyer, I've been practicing since 1980 and... Judge, I get it. You've been practicing since before I was born. I love when old lawyers like to tell me how old they are. Guess what? I don't care. Tell me why I shouldn't send you to mediation and why this case hasn't resolved. Well, I don't want to speak on behalf of my client, but Judge, don't you literally get paid to speak on behalf of your client? Yeah, look, I don't know. I feel the judge is being a bit unfair because sometimes you have to get instructions from client. Some clients might not want for your matter to take a certain course and the judge is there trying to force it down everybody's throat. But yeah, no, this hardly ever happens here. Yeah. But isn't it funny how like these are memes from like the US and the UK and yet they're so relatable even in our jurisdiction. For this next challenge, you'll have to take normal lunch break instead of eating at your desk like a pathetic loser. Oh my word. You know what? I can't even tell you the number of times that I've eaten at my desk. I think, you know what? Especially where I work, there are no rules about like you have to eat in the kitchen or you have to eat like outside and stuff like that. So you'll be there at your desk eating while responding to an email and your phone ringing and you're there like or drafting at the same time, you know, you're like and then drafting. Yeah, this is the way of life. I don't know whether that makes me a pathetic loser or not, but yeah, good times. Lawyers, wonder why people hate us. Also lawyers, I sued a 9-year-old kid and won. No guys, no. Because as you saw from my video dealing with legal capacity, you actually can't sue a 9-year-old kid, at least in our jurisdiction, so no. And it begs the question, why do lawyers hate us here? Yeah. What do you call an adult who thinks they are never wrong? A lawyer? No, that's not true. We know we are constantly wrong. And that's the reason why at law school we're taught that the best thing that you know or learn as a lawyer is the ability to find the law, not the ability to keep the law in your head. So no. I've eliminated sleep from my schedule, just running on Adderall, coffee, and revenge nowadays. Welcome to the life of an associate. I laugh a lot at this because there was a time in my life where I did not sleep for days on end. I don't drink coffee, I never take Adderall or some sort of upper, and I don't know about revenge because as a lawyer you always try never to take things personally, so I don't know what revenge would be, but yeah, I was living on air and the law. That sounds so cliche. That is true. But as you get older in the practice of law, you then start learning how to research better and how to draft faster, such that at least you can get 2 hours of sleep a day instead of having none at all. Oh yes. My doctor's office charged extra for crying, and I think I just found a way to start getting a lot more billables out of my associates. So you need to start billing for brief emotion. If your lawyer starts getting emotional, you should know that they're starting to charge you for that emotion. Oh my God, it actually reminds me of some clients I had one time. And it was a conveyancing matter, so they'd just come in to sign conveyancing documents. So I offered them like some water, and they're like, "No, you'll start charging us for this water. Even the air we breathe, we know it's a charge." I was like, "Oh my word, it's not that bad." They're like, "Nope, we will sign and get out." And the thing is, with conveyancing, we don't even charge on an hourly basis, so there was no extra charge for anything. Yeah. I don't know why people look at lawyers this way. Boys will graduate law school and base their entire personalities on one of these 4 things. Really? I don't know. Male lawyers can tell us if this is the case. Because I don't know. I just don't know. Girls will get into law school and base their entire personalities on one of these 4 things. I was actually nothing like this at law school. And I hardly even remember anyone like this at law school. Let me just think. No, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the female lawyers might be able to tell me whether or not I was wrong. But yeah, maybe. Yeah. Boss, call me. Me calls mom and cries. Drops farewell email. Thanks intern. Reactivates LinkedIn Premium. Applies to grad school again. Puts house on market. Finally calls boss. Boss, what's that movie about men who wear black and shoot all aliens called? I know that feeling where, especially when you're a young attorney and your boss calls you and, or sends you an email and says, call me, and you're like, oh my word, what have I done? So I can really relate to this. You're like, goodbye, cruel world. Oh my word. When the partner asks how I missed the controlling case with a perfectly applicable fact pattern. The internet is big, obviously, and I couldn't read it all. No, I've actually never experienced this before, because every time before we file court papers, they always go through like rigorous checking and stuff like that, so that we know that we're on better footing. And the reason I say better footing is because any lawyer that tells you you are going to succeed is a lawyer that is not on, I don't know what they're drinking, but when you go to court, there are too many factors to look at. So you have the judge, you have the law, you have all sorts of things. You have the other party. So what will tell you is you have good prospects of success or not great prospects of success. But you are going to win should never come out of any lawyer's mouth. If the legal profession had an Olympics, what would the events consist of? 100-meter dash towards a fleeing ambulance. Really, really. I don't know. In our jurisdiction, we actually don't have ambulance chaser situations. Unless maybe I've never come across such a situation. If somebody knows such, like people trolling at hospitals for work to see if somebody got injured, and yeah, no, we don't do that. And I think it's especially because until very recently, lawyers couldn't advertise, and or at least in our jurisdiction, there was no thing called touting. So it was very difficult for you to be an ambulance chaser, as they call it. Yes. Me watching OC, that's opposing counsel, fumble his legal arguments in front of a pissed off judge. No, we don't have such an evil, menacing look on our face. Yeah, but yeah, no, it doesn't. Oh yeah, oh no. Yeah, you do sometimes get to this point where you're just like, yeah. Yes, some things are better left said by a lawyer. That is true. That is very true. Please, when you need to say something, especially if it might land you in hot soup, get your lawyer to write a letter saying those things for you. Hold up, we cool, but I don't work for free. It's true. It's very true. And that's why I keep saying, pay your lawyers, especially if they're doing a good job. Because if you're not paying them, we also lose motivation. We really want to do a good job for you. And you also want to keep us in business because you always need a lawyer. But like I said, you need to pay your lawyers. You need to have lawyers look through so that they can start at the beginning to mitigate your losses with the necessary contracts and stuff. Don't come when things are already bad and you expect us to fix them for you, because sometimes we can't fix it. Yeah. When your lawyer says I'm not a magician, then you know you're going to jail. Oh my word, this is true even in civil law, because sometimes people will have messed matters up so badly, so absolutely badly, and you're there thinking, and they're like, yeah, so I can only afford 100 pula, and I hope you can assist me. And you're like, even if you could afford all the money in the world, I cannot fix this for you. All I can do is try to get you the best possible outcome. But yeah, that was Meme Reviews. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you had a fantastic laugh with me as well on this channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. And next week we're going back to the heavy stuff again. And I think we'll be dealing with debt collection, and it will also be possibly another 3 or 4 part series that will be dealing with debt collection. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.